Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Live with Naz. Quarantining in Corona, California. Show number 270. 270 people. 270. I'm excited about every show we got. We did over show number 10 because that was a goal. It was a goal to do like 10 shows or whatever, 20. And now we are at 270. Why? It's called commitment. Why? It's making you laugh and encouraging you. Why not? So, welcome. If you're watching us on YouTube or any other station, we thank you so much for joining us. And right now, I'm going to allow our friends who are watching on other, Facebook, what do you call it, on other Facebook pages to be able to enjoy the show with us. So let me do that while we're at it, and let me add them on. Here we go. Share. Okay. Let me do this, and this will be. Come on, baby. Good. Thank you. I love technology when it's working. Technology is good when it works. Share now. Okay, we're sharing. So good. And now I'm going to go to YouTube and see who is watching with us. All right, here we go. Our people, we have one person so far watching. So come on in. If you are commenting on YouTube, we will read it and put it out there. Let's see who is with us today. Our wonderful Sarah Voth from Washington State, of course. She is our hostess of the show. Come on in, everyone. The door is wide open. Told you guys. Becky Ottenberry from Louisiana, how are you? And Becky Voth, 2 plus 7 is equal 0. Yes, Common Core again. Catherine Allen, hello, welcome. Amy, how you doing? How you feeling? When's your birthday? All right, Bobby Miller, how are you, Bobby Miller? Welcome. Let's see, Teresa from Boston, hello. We missed you for a while. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. And let's see, Lily Navas. Lily is back with us. How are you, Lily? Welcome. Happy anniversary for your work anniversary. And Rita is in Nashville, in Tennessee. Welcome, Rita. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I'm the unofficial hostess, co-host. Yes. All right, come on in. Welcome. Let's see who is joining us. 77 people are watching right now. So come on in and welcome to the show. I just finished my Bible study. I teach a Bible study for men every other Wednesday. And I just dared the men. I said, in 2 weeks, maybe you should come to my house. It's 4 guys, and we can keep 6 feet apart. I think my house can do that. And let's see, I'm only 6 feet away from you. Yes, Amazoned out. Bobby Miller's Amazoned out. Yes, let's see. Yes, Lily works for, she's a manager at a funeral home in Orange County, California. And she's been there for what, 23 years? That's a lot of dead people. That's how a comedian looks at it. All right, let's see. Well, last night I asked you the question, give me another name for an allergist. An allergist is someone who is an allergy doctor. So, this is what you guys came up with. Number 20, Dr. Hay Fever. Number 19, Dr. Kachu. Number 18, Dr. Ragweed. Number 17, Dr. Hokey Pokey. Number 16, Dr. Itchy San. Number 15, Dr. Red Eyes. Number 14, Dr. Sneeze. Number 13, Snot Sampler. That's another name for an allergist. Number 12, Scratch and Sniffle. Number 11, Passaras. Number 10, Dr. Weezer. Number 9, Dr. Clearasil. Number 8, Dr. Snotty Shot. Number 7, Dr. Molden. Number 6, Dr. Pauline Count. Number 5, Dr. Zyrtec. Number 4, Dr. Pollen. Number 3, Dr. Benadryl. Benadryl. Number 2, Dr. Claritin. And the number 1, another name for an allergist, Dr. Histamine and Mr. Hives. That was so funny, Mr. Chris Rossetti. All right, Dr. Histamine. Me and Amy were having forklift races. Oh, that's awesome. Is she at the same place? Are you guys at the same Amazon? Alrighty. All right. I gotta get. Alrighty. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we have one person right now from YouTube. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And let's see. Today, Disneyland opened for the people. Okay, it opened for their what do you call it? Their workers. I think people who work there, people who their families. It was open for them to come and enjoy a day before they open up completely on April 30th. Mr. Art is floundering in Florence. It's Art from San Marcos. All right, and Becky Vos said, "Oh, I might have been almost #1 last night if I had been here." Yes, cast members. That's what they opened for. Cast members. Joey Stilson is with us. All righty. So, the question, of course, comes to you. Give me some excuses why they won't let you into Disneyland. Give me some excuses why they won't let you into Disneyland. Of course, now they're picky and they only let certain people. Today it's only cast members. So what would be, why wouldn't they let you in at Disneyland? Let's see. Okay, and here we go. We pinned the question so people can see it. Hello to all our YouTube viewers. Yes, thank you, good hostess. And Knott's is open tonight for employees only. We opened the first week of May. I don't know how do you do this? What do you call it? You work at somewhere, and then they open for you to come to work, just you and the workers. Isn't that what you should be doing? Isn't this work? If you have to go to work and work, I don't know. Or, like, you don't see people in the post office say, "Hey, we're going to open in 3 days, but today we're opening for the employees and their families to come and enjoy the post office." Anyway, I don't know. All I know is they canceled our annual pass, and they sent us a Dear John letter, which I read to you a few months ago, and we were upset about that, but that's okay. All right, let's see. I'm too goofy. That's why they won't let you at Disneyland. They didn't like my face. Okay, I'm too big for a small world after all. That's funny. Rosetti. Michael Ramirez, hello. Beautiful people from Azusa. I keep saying I'm the original Minnie Mouse. Okay, if you're on YouTube, you can answer. The question is, give me some excuses why they won't let you into Disneyland. And if you write it down, I will read it to the Facebook and the rest of the people. Hi, Sarah. Foul talks, not necessarily in that order. Okay, my nose isn't long enough. Pinocchio. No cheese for the mouse. Right. I modified the Buzz Lightyear ride with real lasers. Oh, no. Hey, Naz from Corn Country, Wisconsin. Matthew Dirk, welcome from Wisconsin. Maskless mouth, right? Because I'm convinced I am Tinkerbell. Oh, man, Naz, breaking up is hard to do. I know. What a Dear Mickey letter. Yeah, I got a Dear Mickey letter from Disney. They thought I was a beast. That's funny. Amy, I didn't get the vaccine for Disneyland, right? You got the numbers what? Yes, you won, Mr. Rossetti, last night the question. Different name for an allergist, Dr. Histamine and Mr. Hives. That killed me. Alrighty, let's see. Can't afford a small drink. I claim San Francisco is the happiest place on earth. I wouldn't fit in with the 999 ghost in the haunted mansion. They won't let me in because I won't check my cow. Right. Drinking is not allowed. That's why for Catherine. Because I kept trying to throw Donald Duck in the water. You should. He's a duck. All right. They don't let pits in, so I was left out. For last night, Dr. Sneezy. Okay. Dr. Sneezy is an allergist. Okay, let's see. I looked all the snooty princesses in one room. I locked all the snooty princesses in one room. It didn't turn out well. I ate all their turkey legs. Oh, those are good, aren't they? Let's see. Because I kept pranking the cast members, I let all the animals out of the jungle boat ride. Yeah, cause Nancy Pelosi lives in San Francisco. It is a very happy place, Earth, cause of all druggies, right? Oh, that's, yes, Amy. You quack me up because I kept saying they ripped off a castle in Germany. They did. You know what? I go to Germany a lot, not a lot, like 4 or 5 times in my life, but I was in Germany and I took the Rhine River with Mark Gunger, the wonderful marriage speaker. And we were in the Rhine River, and they take you on a whole boat ride, and you see all the castles. And every castle got hit once by Napoleon Bonaparte when he took over. But it's beautiful castles. That's one next to the other. So that's what, yeah. So the castle, you think, one time I was almost kicked out of Disney because when we were at Small World, after all, I started shouting, ICE is here, immigration is coming. And I was hoping all the dolls will just start running and hiding. But almost did. Okay, sanitize and share, people. If you're with us, you can sanitize and share. So sanitize and share if you want. Okay, and let's see. Share this with your friends, people. If you're on YouTube or other channels, you can share this. Because I have a crush on Woody, and Boo Beep isn't happy about it. Boo Beep. The Seven Dwarfs followed me out of the park. Hey, Paul Garland, how are you? Because I asked if I could take a nap in the castle for last night. Dr. Allergy. Good one. Let's see. Sanitize time. Yes, Teresa. Okay, guys. Marie Willie Rangel. Welcome back. I won't let all the little kids get ahead of me in line. That's weird. When I used to go to Disneyland, for me it was work. It wasn't fun. I stopped going. Like my family take advantage of me because I don't like a lot of rides. Oh, can you go stand in line when we go do this ride? And then they come and I'm standing there for 40 minutes. They come. When I get to the front of the line, they take over. I leave and then go to the next ride and wait in line, and then I have to take the strollers at the time and then wait for, like from 4 in the afternoon, because at 9 they have the parade, and I want to have a good front what do you call it, curbside. And curbside wasn't big back then, thanks to COVID. Now we know the word curbside, but at the time curbside scared me because whenever my wife, we go to Disneyland, she goes, oh, it's time for curbside. Oh no, so I have to go to sit on the curbside and wait for the right. Like I'm this older man that's excited to see the parade. Anyway, so I stopped going. I'm like, hey, hire someone. Okay, let's see. Because I kept saying that the castle in Germany is way better. Right, I brought Layla. How are you? My niece. I brought my own horse to the castle, right, and rode it. Okay, that's good. I grew up in Disneyland, all right. I locked Rapunzel in the highest room of the tallest tower of the Disney castle to recreate the movie. And Rapunzel is anyone with, yeah, the actual princess. Naz, did you see any white castles in Europe? Burger places. I saw them in the US, White Castle, not in Europe. Selling my own toys for $1 inside Disney. That's funny. It's funny. Because I was too tall for the kids' rides and too short for the regular rides. Joey, because last time I was there, I ran through the park screaming, Aloha Snack Bar, Allahu Akbar. Okay, on YouTube, just write down your answers. I'll read it to the rest. I may not have pushed Peter Pan off from the top of the castle. Shouldn't he be able to fly? I kept trying to go places where I went when I was a cast member, especially to the secret hidden room in the Matterhorn. See, I didn't know there was a secret hidden room in the Matterhorn. I was frowning, doesn't work on the happiest place on earth. I tried to kiss Snow White to wake her up. Good one. Because I look too much like a pirate. Disneyland won't let in cause of said I can play Minnie Mouse. Let's see. Because I brought a big mouse trap with me, I filled and then tipped over the teacups. I filled. I kept trying to make Dumbo fly. Yes, that secret room at one time was a basketball court. I didn't know that. Because I kept accidentally crashing Club 33. Yes, I hid in the tiki room. It's funny, one of my board members at on Laughter for All, he used to have a membership at Club 33. So we had our meetings, our board meetings at Club 33 at Disney. It was nice. Nice, yeah. Anytime they separate the masses and make you feel special. It's different, like first class, coach. Yeah, no big deal for me. But Peter Pan and Tinkerbell would fly from the top of the Matterhorn down to the ground. Matterhorn. Oh, they fly from the Matterhorn down to the... Of course, they are, harnessed, I'm sure. I kept going around, walking around with a giant hammer with a smashed fairy on it. I hid in the tiki room because I'm just too magical and everyone would die of envy, of course. Yes. Let's see. Why they would kick you out of Disneyland. Come on, people. Give me some excuses why they won't let you in to Disneyland. There are a hidden guy wire and harness. Harness. See, Bobby worked for Disney. He can tell us some secrets. Because I painted all the roses red. Because I short-circuited the electric light parade. I pulled off Mickey Mouse's tail. That happens. A lot of people, especially teenagers, they mess with these guys. That's why there's always someone behind them, like a security guard trying to protect them. I'm cracking myself up with my own joke. That's fine. Because I pushed Alice through the looking glass, I could leave any secret in the park. Let's see. Marie said, because I look like Cinderella and they kept thinking I was goofing off on the job, I blew up all the fireworks at once, refused to pay a month's pay to park. Right. Alrighty, let's see. Give me some excuses why they won't let you in at Disneyland. A retail store is giving the mouse a new tail. I smashed the Cinderella pumpkin. Yes, don't actually harass the cast. It's really not okay, you're right. Bobby Miller said, a retail store for giving the mouse a new tail. Here's a little bit of interesting news in the park. People would bring their loved ones' ashes and dump them and leave them in certain parts of the park. That's horrible. That's not the happiest place on earth. Can you imagine? Grandpa is all over Disneyland. Hey, where's Grandpa? I don't know. He's in. I don't know where he'd be. Not the small world after all. He'll be in the haunted mansion. Can you imagine? Take your loved one's remains and go in the haunted mansion and just throw it. That wouldn't care. Maybe not the ashes, maybe the whole body. They won't even tell until the smell comes out. I'm sorry. You asking for dark humor, you got it. If any of your loved ones are dying, Lily, are you listening? Lily, are you watching? If people want the remains at Disneyland, take it to the haunted mansion and just leave it there. Okay, thank you, Bobby, for that information. It's funny because I went to kidnap the fairy godmother. Oh, all right. Let's see. Paul Crouch is here. I love this because they didn't like my sleeping bag. I stole the sword from the stone. I refused to take the mark of the mouse to go in and out of the park. Right? Yikes! That is crazy. The happiest resting place on earth. I don't speak mouse Latin. True story. Ouch. My grandpa Ashes is at Disneyland. Really? They insisted that all my personalities purchase a ticket. That's expensive. They have left the ones in the haunted mansion. We've had to vacuum them up. Oh, wow. Can you imagine they vacuum your loved one's remains? That's when they can say my life sucks. I'm like Sarah. I'm making myself laugh. That's funny. I think that's funny. I think that is funny. If you take your loved one's ashes and just throw them all over Disneyland and they vacuum them, that sucks. Really. What a life. Ah. Oh man. Might as well take you to the Hoover, not the Hoover Dam. Where's your grandpa? He's at the Hoover. The Hoover Dam, no, the Hoover vacuum at Disneyland. This is funny. Why not? I can entertain myself. 270 shows. Why not? Are you having fun or just my dark humor disturbing you? Let me know. Give me an emoji or something. Yeah, thank you. Good. You have the same dark humor I do. I love you, but people, I love you. Okay, Mike. They insisted that. Okay, let's see. People have done that. Let the ashes go during rides. Oh no, that's the stuff. And I thought it was like the Santa Ana wins. I tried to impeach President Grant in the Hall of Presidents. There are actual skeletons at Disneyland. Oh no, that's in the Haunted Mansion. Yeah. From dust we came, to dust we go. Yep, from the garden to the park, the happiest place on earth. My foot fit into the slipper and I was able to go to the ball. I slapped the prince for trying to marry me. I can picture you. Would you like some leggings for that slipper, Mr. Michael? Because I kept acting like Sleeping Beauty and wouldn't get off the park bench. My grandpa used to work at Disneyland. He met Walt Disney. Oh, that's funny. The vacuumest place on earth. Sucks to be you, yes. Hey, Suzanne, welcome. The question, Suzanne, is give us some excuses why they won't let you into Disneyland. Took my dad's ashes home driving in the Diamond Lane. Wow. That counts. He's still a body. He's still somebody. You guys are funny tonight. Off stage, I have tripped Mickey Mouse when he has his big black shoes on. Oh no. That's one way to get filtered. That's what I heard a lot of people do. Yeah. Bummer, huh? Really? They've already been through the funeral if they got their ashes. I mean, you can you can't come up with ashes in your backyard. It has to be at a funeral home, I think, legally. That's one way to be in the bag. I walked into the Hall of Presidents dressed like John Wilkes Booth. I dressed like Donald Duck and didn't wear pants. Oh no. The background is too bright to be dark humor. Right. They won't let me at Disneyland because I'm a Republican. Okay. I called the prince who kissed Snow White and necrophilic. Dust in the wind. As we all. Dust in the wind. You just don't want to get swept under the rug. I poached Ivory from Dumbo. I kept trying to ride the floats during the parade. The restraining order. Yeah. I reported Aladdin to Homeland Security. That's good. It gives new meaning to getting swept away. That's right. That brings new meaning to the term body bag. Oh, that's funny. See, I can imagine Mark go take Regina's ashes to Disneyland. Oh, Regina, who's the one we've been praying for, and she passed away last week. Her husband, Mark. I paid the bouncer big time. I kept chasing Pluto around only because I know who was in the costume. I told Bella that she has Stockholm Syndrome. I stopped my mother always talking about being cremated. Told her to expect in the mail matches and she can start without me. Never swept under the rug, always sucked up in the vacuum. All right, I tried to climb Space Mountain. I used Aladdin's magic carpet to cross the border illegally. A lot of families have left their loved ones in the river of America. Are you serious? Huh. That's interesting. Do you need an annual pass for those? Like eternal pass? So you take your loved ones and you throw their ashes in the river of America. I kept saying that it's not really a whole new world. I tried to golf with a giant Epcot ball. Mina Gali, welcome. I simply tried to walk in without buying the dang ticket. Right. Yes. The beast said that I take too many beauty breaks because it's a duck season. Yes, it's Donald Duck season. Cool. This is all right. It's 8 o'clock. Let's sanitize and let me ask you the second question, people. Since we are on the Disney theme right now. Okay. Let's see. Let me unpin this or let me ask you this question. Here's the question. It is, describe a politically correct Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Describe a politically correct Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That came from Rita. And let's see what she wrote. This is what Rita wrote. Snow neutral, not Snow White, snow neutral. Hi ho, we're off to the unemployment line we go. Sleepy becomes creative mind. Grumpy, one that did not receive their stimulus check. All right, so describe a politically correct Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Why is Delilah barking? Oh, you tell me. You know what? Delilah thinks she is in control of Maha and Tally, and she would, if I'm not around, she would bark at him. She would not listen to them. But when I'm there, it's a whole different story. Describe, let's see, I still have a ticket from Disneyland from 1977. All right, for YouTube, just the question is, describe a politically correct Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. What would it be today? Because I kept trying to sell my tickets outside the gate. Nancy Pelosi and the 7 congressmen, okay? True story. What? You kept trying to sell your ticket outside the gate? You came all the way from Washington and you're trying to sell your tickets? Snow Caucasian and the 7 vertically challenged ones. Good one, Art. Melanin challenged young woman and her 7 little person platonic companions. Good one. Blessing everyone. Martina Silva, welcome. Snow privileged and the 7 detainees. Good one. Droopy went to school to be a smarty pants. Snow White and the 7 snowflakes. They're still trying to figure out what sex they were born with. Okay. Alrighty. Come on, if you're on YouTube, you can answer the question. Describe a politically correct Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. Light-skinned female with 7 vertically challenged minors. Minors as in mining or minors as in no, mining, minors, ER. All right, 84 people, come on. You can answer this. Snow White sleeps a lot and the 7 dwarfs dance a lot. That would be, yeah, that will be, they won't get canceled for that. The drug dealer and her junkies. Not that whole PC, but I couldn't resist. This show, people, you don't have to resist. Go for it. Female identifying white people and the 7 height deficient jewel harvesters. Good one. Oh, Snow Lady and the 7 sidekicks. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Describe a politically correct Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. Well, Doc, great bartender. You know, it'll be nice. Like, of course, Snow White wouldn't be white. She'll be, you know, probably in today's age you have to include everyone. So we'll have Snow White, of course, from a minority, and then you have the 7 dwarfs. One of them will be, of course, will have a handicap. The second one will be gay. The third one will be Latino. The fourth one will be the African American. The fifth one will be Middle Eastern. The sixth one will be Asian. And the seventh one will be transgender. And we can cover everybody in that wonderful world that we live in. Okay. Let's see. Grumpy man with PMS. Lady living with 7 men in a not at all suspicious circumstances. A lady who is still only appreciated for her housework. Okay, the snow diabetic chick and the sugar high dwarfs. Auntie and her 7 EBT receiving children. Are they all working? Of course they're all working. Off to work we go. That's all people remember. I do a whole bit about, you know, how women want to marry a prince. And it's like, you know, Snow White, you know, the unemployed prince in the forest is the one that wake her up. But all these men have jobs. Hi ho, off to work we go. They all had jobs, even during recession, even during hard times. Remember, when that story was written, they had a great recession, I think. But they were still having jobs. So you got to admire. That's the story, not the kissing or sleeping Snow White. It's How did they have jobs in an economy like that? And of course, now with when we are into this new, what do you call it, the new green energy thing, I think those people will be out of the job right now. All these miners will be sitting home going, I don't know how to run a windmill. Let's see. And then Snow White will be driving a Tesla, of course. Uh, Dopey, snowflake, high on pot. Doc comes a lawyer for medical care services. Young female and her 7 live garden gnomes. I owe, so off to work I go, right? Gear from severely dysfunctional family who finds an equally dysfunctional family, right? Animal exploiter and her 7 short captors. The COVID nurse and her 7 patients. Snow White ran up her credit cards and went bankrupt. Okay. The 7 dwarfs are heroes for short guys. One she and her for 7 him and he. Hi ho, hi ho. Hello there, ladies of the evening. Hello there, lady of the. Okay, I get it. Female mine owner and her 7 underground workers. You guys, I can ask you anything and you come up with funny stuff. That just amazes me. I used to be concerned in the past, like, I don't think there's anything funny about that. Right now, I can say anything and you guys will come up with funny stuff. I think politically correct is not dwarf, but 7 friends now. That's true, Marie. Female mine owner. The first ever bachelorette. Yes, that's good. That's right, Paul. They should do the bachelorette with Snow White. That's funny. Now that's very funny. The 7 dwarfs went on unemployment, no work. Oh man. All right. Well, speaking of, you know, this Disneyland and stories and all that. Let's see. Madam Secretary and her cabinet of 7. Female escapee finds refuge in home of 7 questionable characters. Necrophilic prince kisses dead woman and brings her back to life accidentally. 7 dwarfs, seven's company. Okay, colored snow and the little people. That's funny. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Yeah. People on YouTube, you can answer. The question is describe a politically correct Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. Don't accept apples from strangers, right? Fullest house instead of full house. Rainbow, Pat, and the 7 dropouts. The grumpiest place on earth. Miss with her 7 additional stimulus checks. Miss with her 7 additional stimulus checks is looking to relocate. People would even leave their loved ones behind in the main street train cars. I've seen a dusty gray material. That's Aunt Minnie. Oh no. People leave their remains at Disneyland. I still can't get over this. You're going to the happiest place on earth and you're taking your loved one's ashes and you're throwing them and you can't decide, should I put them in Small World? Well, if they were born somewhere else, like Egypt or something, just wait till you get to the Small World. And when you pass through Egypt and the pharaohs, boom, throw it. Or Mexico, boom. That's a great idea. I'm having fun. People would even leave their loved ones behind in the midst. Oh, Snow Yellow doesn't have the same ring to it, right? Amateur female psychologist and seven guys with personality disorders, right? One bride for seven brothers. Sounds like an Old Testament story here. Snow White and seven mohis. Sometimes the stepmother is a dangerous mafia member who puts a contract on you, right? Snow Yellow and the seven guy responsible for that. Brothers, that's kind of spooky, right? People would leave their loved ones on their favorite rides that they rode when they were alive. Oh, that's why. Huh, I'm not gonna look at Disney. I'm not gonna walk the same way at Disney. I'm not wearing shoes that are sticky. I don't want to bring someone's loved one back home with me. Like going on a limb. Get it? Going on a limb here. Actually, more like stepping on someone's old limb. This is fun. This is a fun for me, people. I am enjoying this show more than a lot of other ones. Okay, let's see. I wish they wouldn't. Yeah. Oh, man. Can no longer put the ashes in an ashtray. Go figure, right? The singing lady and her seven backup singers, right? Rita and her seven husbands. Feminist snowflake and her seven egg big six non-gender friends. Basic XY. Oh, LGBTQ XYZ non-gender friends. Okay. They might get healed up. Nazi eyes get real big. I know. An interesting film promoting polyandry. Stepping on a face. Yeah. You're pulling our legs with that last one. See, I hope you're laughing. That's all I care about. I wish woodland creatures would clean my house for me. Grumpy went into a nursing home to be more grumpy. All right. Okay, it is time for the Guinness Book of World Record, people. The Guinness Book of World Record. And today again, but remember they used to have the sky bucket ride that goes over the park. There's still the monorail too. The prince has to wear a mask when he kisses Snow White. The dwarves look on in amazement, 6 feet apart. Interesting, think about it. It costs an arm and a leg to get into Disney. Right, but they're not paying for the ashes. 3 feet. Banksy made a parody of Disneyland called Dismaland. I don't know who Banksy is. I'm sorry. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the Guinness Book of World Record. We're talking about heroes, stories, and fictional thing. Today is National Superhero Day. National Superhero Day. And the question is, the Man of Steel first appeared in Action Comics #1. Now the most valuable comic, Superman, was the first superhero with superpowers, out of this world abilities that enabled him to run faster than an express train and leap tall buildings in a single bound. In later issues, he demonstrated X-ray vision, super strength, and the ability to fly. What year did Superman, the whole Action comic, started? What year? I'm going to give you the 1900s. How about that? 1900s. So give me your 3 guesses. What year did Superman start? The action hero. 1954 for art. Batman, and Dizzyland. Disneyland and Dixieland. Creep cottage in the woods, just mingle. That might be a safe haven for an unaccompanied female minor. Banks, oh yeah. 54, 1 mile. 1923 for Amy. They used to call it Disneyland. Banksy is a street artist. Banksy also made inflatable people that looked like Guantanamo detainees by the train at Disney. 1933 for Amy. Even or odd year? Even. 1940 for Amy, 62 for Becky. 1918, 26 and 35, all years of my birth, Rita. Bobby said 41, 45 and 51. Sarah said 37, 44 and 45. Becky Ottenberg said 1933, 1937 and 1939. Marie Willie Rangel said 1938. Paul Garland said 1938. Of course, you guys are not supposed to Google or anything like that. 62, 54, and 46 for Lily. The rooster wishes he could be a super rooster. Martina said 43. Martina said 50. And Joey said 56, 64, and 46. Alrighty, anybody else with guesses? 56, 34, and 1922 for Elena. Welcome, Elena. Thank you for joining us. Michael Ramirez said 1938. Becky Vos said 1929 and 1938. Rita sold, no Googling for me. And Rita said sold. All right, did everybody guess? If you're on YouTube, you can give me your guesses right now. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And let's see who else. Drum roll. Sold. Sold. Who said sold? We all know it's 1938. No, we don't. All right. Not we all know it's 1938, but I guess the way I talked after Googling, yes, it was 1938, and we have 4 winners, one of whom really needed bad. And here are the winners. Paul Garland won. Let's see, Miss Marie Willie won. Becky Voth won. And Michael Ramirez won. So we got 4 winners. And of course, Suzanne said sold. We all know it's so. So we have 4 winners. 1960, 1462 for Teresa's. I didn't know that was an even number, so my first guess will be 1936. Okay, Catherine said sold, sold. Ray, how are you? I win, Naz. Yes, you win. But now you win a quarter of this wonderful toilet paper. Just enough to hold you till you get to Costco. But congratulations to our 4 winners. Thank you for participating. And you get to win this. I don't know how you guys figured it out, but if I were you, I would encourage you to just give it to Michael Ramirez. He really, he's out. He's out. So give it to Michael Ramirez, and maybe you'll win again. So congratulations. Also 1492, Superman flew the sky blue. Oh, so close and yet so far. My actually first guess, 1937 was better. Do you have 4 rolls? No. I only give 1 a show. Thank you, Becky. All right. All right. Congratulations. Did we sanitize? We didn't sanitize at 8:15. So please sanitize and share this wonderful show with your friends, all 87 people. Please share this with your friends. Come on, enjoy it. Michael, you can have my TP sheets. Oh, thank you, Marie. You're so kind. Is it 2 play? We could split it into single play and then go halves. No, you don't want a single play toilet paper. You know what would happen. I won't tell you. I'll be the first to give up my share. I'll be the first to get. Thank you, Paul. You don't understand what that means to Michael. Give the TP to Snow White and her 7 suitors. I never won. You won. You won, Michael. To play or not to play. Oh, good. Good try, Becky, though. Okay, what is the time right now? It's 8:22 people. It is time for Delilah to stop barking. It's 8:23 people. Give me your prayer requests, please. If you have any prayer requests, this is what we do every night at 8:23. We laugh for 53 minutes, and then for 7 minutes we ask you for a prayer and encourage you. And Maha's doing a Bible study right now, and Delilah is trying to interfere because she's of the devil. That's why. Because we're not fighting against flesh and blood, but principalities. And one of those principalities is a Visla downstairs trying to ruin my wife's Bible study. Yes, and Tally can't control her right now. Yeah, Michael, good luck at Costco. Unspoken prayer for Bobby Miller, okay? I miss spamming, I know. Snow White and the Seven Honey, I shrunk the unemployed. I'll just cheer on other people to win. That'll be more fun. Aww. Unspoken prayer. Is the TP from China? It's charming. I don't know. It has bears on the cover, and if it was from China, it would be pandas. And I never met a Chinese person named Charmin, so I guess it's from the U.S. Okay, let's see. Any prayer requests? Unspoken prayer for you, Martina. We will. Green eggs and spamming. What? We're fighting against barking? Yes. All right. Any prayer requests, people? Pray for Ella. She's after 3 months. She's back into the test and getting her antibiotics and all that. So keep her in praying. Pray. You should try a Hawaiian dish called musubu. It is rice with spam. Okay. Google search helps Nan. Okay. No, we didn't all know, but I was so close. Congratulations on your win, Suzanne. Did Suzanne win? Suzanne didn't make the guess. She just said we all know it's 1938. So Suzanne is not getting toilet paper today because she assumed that everyone knew. And as Suzanne will win because she's very intelligent. My mom is in the hospital now. Oh, I think I have to put her on hospice tomorrow. Oh, Marie, we'll be praying for you and praying for, for her and for your family. All right. Also pray for, I told you, a person that in my organization, that's his wife. They found that it's stage 2 cancer, breast cancer right now. So keep her in prayer. And, so they're going to operate. So keep that in prayer. Let's see. Good night, Joey. TP or not TP? That is the question. Okay, I want to encourage you a little bit. There's a beautiful verse in the Bible in 1 John 2. And it's and it says, if anyone, I'm going to read it to you so I don't mess it up. And I should memorize it. But he said, okay, I'm gonna attempt to do it. Let's see. And it's 1 John. Come on, man. Come on, this is not good. This is not good. See, this is all my Bible studies that I teach. And here we go. It is coming right now. And it's in 1 John, baby. Come on. Okay. Music. Here we go. In 1 John 2:1, it says, this is John, the apostle of love. He said, my little children, these things I write to you so that you may not sin. And if anyone sins, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous. Alrighty. My camera is now out. So let me fix that. think that should fix the problem. I'm engineerless today. I'm doing everything by myself, which is fine. But it says, my little children, these things I write to you so that you may not sin. But if anyone sins, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. If you're a child of God, okay, this is beautiful. I have to zoom me in. Okay, I have to do everything here. Come on, baby. Look at me, look at me. Good, good, good. Okay. Good enough. See? All right. Here we go. So, it says, so what John is saying, listen, we should not sin. If you're a believer, don't make a habit of sinning. It's not for you to continue to sin. When we sin, we're choosing to deny God, deny our relationship with God, and choosing that little pleasure for that moment and go after that. Remember the story with Esau and Jacob? When Esau was the firstborn, he sold his birthright in Genesis 20:25. He gave his birthright away for a bowl of soup, lentil soup, the Edom. That's why they called his people the Edomites. But he was willing to give up that birthright, that standing with God, for some pleasure, because he was hungry. And that's sometimes when we choose to look at something wrong, to do something we know doesn't please God, but we deliberately go after that. We are really choosing like Esau. We're choosing that over that beautiful connection to God, because that's going to be cut off. When you sin, when you do something, it's wrong, and you deliberately do it, you're disconnecting with God. But you know what? And if you're a believer and you have the Holy Spirit, you're going to feel guilty about it, and you're going to ask for forgiveness. And that's where John is coming. He said, you know what? And if anyone sins, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. An advocate, Jesus Christ. Continuously in heaven, there's a court setting with God the Father as the judge, you as the defendant, Jesus as your attorney, and Satan as the accuser of the brethren. He's what do you call it? Attorney General. He's the persecutor, and he's going to the Father and said, look what Naz did. Look what Naz did. He deserved. You're a holy God. You're a righteous God. You can't look at sin. He deserved death. And Jesus, our advocate, would come and say, yeah, he deserved death, but guess what? It's paid for. I already died on his behalf. That's the beauty of Christianity. No one else can do that. No one can be your advocate before the Father, because they have their own sins, regardless who it is you believe in. They have their own sins. But Jesus Christ, the righteous one, he was without sin. He's the one who's able to stand before the Father and say, okay, let Satan accuse him, but you know what? I paid for the sentence. Whatever you sentence him, Father, I paid for that. So therefore, Nazareth is righteous because of me. I gave him my righteousness. It's amazing. So God still loves you. God is not sitting there going, you sinned, you're done, you're gone. No. It breaks his heart. But when you come and ask for forgiveness, you can restore that relationship. So don't make it a habit. You're not perfect, but don't make it a habit of sinning. All right? But you have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, our righteousness. Love you guys. Thank you so much for another beautiful night. Look at me. You can see more of the studio than you should. But that's fine. And Satan wants us. God calls us to be his children. Amen. Amen. All right. Good night, Teresa. Good night, Bobby. Good night, Michael. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Christ Esquire, attorney at law. That's right, Suzanne. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you who are watching on YouTube. Join us tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much, and God bless.